Morning, everyone. How the devil are you? Hope you're well. Hope you're good. Well, what an enjoyable game that was yesterday. 3-3 after being 2-0 down. I thought we might have nicked it. I thought we might have won it. But at least we scored some goals, some confidence in the two strikers. Let's get going.
Welcome to Leicester Fan TV. With special thanks to our pals at ADT Taxis, Feed Me, Piglet's Pantry, Tiger, Leicester Garage Conversions, Pink Vehicle Leasing, Hologram, The Fox's Arms, Moyer Wade Interiors, and our chosen charity, Memphis UK. We bring you the fans' views on the match each week, and your views matter to us. Join the fans debate each match with us. Follow us at Leicester Fan TV.
Morning all. How the devil are you? Hope you're well. Hope you're good. Like I said, QPR. First few goals, it's pre-season, warming up for us nicely. A bit of a dull start, but now we've got the QPR game out of the way. Scored some goals. A quick hello from everyone. Morning, Sean. How the devil are you? Maka, he sits in about 2 rows in front of me, and I can never see the game, so he's always standing up shouting at me. Morning, Mark. How the devil are you? There's lots of people that are very happy with yesterday's game. So I'm going to bring in Reedy to start off with. Morning, Reedy. Morning, Reedy. How are you, pal?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm good. There's quite a few on. I'm going to bring them all on at once. Morning, Mark. How the devil are you? Good?
Yeah, good, thanks.
Glad to see you again. Jono, all the way from sunny Geordie land. How the devil are you, pal?
Not bad. How are you?
I'm good. We'll get Ross in as well. Ross, all the way from... Oh, you're sober this morning, Ross.
Yes.
It's like it's been shocked by the plug socket.
I know, he's gone from sublime to the ridiculous. He really does. Last week, he couldn't put 2 words together. This week, hopefully, he can speak.
Yeah, I can speak. I've only been up 20 minutes, but I know I've just had a lay-in.
Oh, is that kind of iron brew made from girders?
No, it's a energy drink. Brand you can't see the brand, don't worry.
Right. And let's bring Gray in as well. Morning, Gray. How the devil are you, pal? Are you good?
Morning. Hanging.
Oh, not another one.
Oh.
Not another
It's great.
one. Tom's in the background. How are you, Tom? Morning. Hope you're well. Better game on Wettos. Let's just see this. Andrew Meadows, better than Wickham game, but still concerned about the defence. Yes, a little bit about the defence. Could have been better yesterday at the corners. Right then, Reedy, you were there yesterday, weren't you, pal?
Yes, I was.
So, come on then. What was it like being in another away day crowd? Was it a bigger crowd than you expected, or was it what you thought it was going to be?
It wasn't as busy as I expected. I thought it was going to be quite packed, but it wasn't like Burton when I went there. It was quite empty for me. I honestly thought it was going to be a lot busier. And don't get me wrong, the atmosphere was still good and whatnot, but it wasn't the same as a normal away game when it is packed. But yeah, it was all right still.
Right, Mark, I'm going to ask you the big question of the first 45 minutes. Jose Perez.
Oh, God.
Come on then, Mark.
Shocking.
What do you think for his performance in the first 45 minutes? I mean, I'll tell you, everyone, I'm not his biggest fan. So I'll start with that. I'm not his biggest fan. And I didn't think he had the best of games yesterday, to be honest. Mark?
It was terrible. Shocking. Everything he did was wrong. Whether he was out of position, well, I don't know. But he gave the ball away. He fouled. It just didn't look comfortable at all.
Go on then. You were there, Reedy, as well as Mark was there as well. But
yeah,
and reply to that one.
I said it earlier. It's a hard thing to say because I'm not a hater of Perez. I don't want to be like a hater of him. But don't get me wrong, he did have a bad game yesterday. He just couldn't stop fouling, couldn't stop losing the ball after he got touched the ball. And I just thought he needs to be subbed off. But like I said, we move on, and I don't. Thing is, I honestly think he's playing out of position. I think, and it's hard to give him hate when he's playing out of his position, and he needs to be put in a place where he can play like he did at Newcastle, and I think he will shine because I think he's skillful, and I think he is quite tactical on how he plays. It's just when he plays on the wing, it's just he isn't strong enough for it.
The problem is that what is his best position?
Yeah, I was going to ask Gray, what do you think Perez's best position is?
Playing the number 10 role, isn't it? You know, he played there a couple of times last season, and he did play well. He did have a couple of good games. I think the best game he had for us was when he scored his hat-trick against Southampton. But I don't know. I think with all the new people we've got coming in, I think, like Reedy was saying, to play him out of position, it is probably a bit of a wasted talent.
Yeah. And Jono, what are your views on Perez?
Where
are you going?
I'm going to say I am. After the Southampton game, he's been poor. I can't remember the last time he did something really good for Leicester. Well, apart from the Sheffield United game, but everyone did well that game. I will go up to Leicester and go, do you want to lift up to Everton, mate?
Oh, controversial.
The thing is now is that we've got Daka, we've got Maddison, right? We've got two players who play in this position, right? Why would you play Perez and striker or number 10? We've got two players better than him already in that position, and we don't need him on the wing. He's atrocious, as we've seen. So why have a player that is not going to play in the position?
Yeah,
Ross, what do you think about Perez? You're going to have the last say on this, so make sure it's good.
Now, when we first came to the club, we were buzzing the fact that we've got a guy that can play wing, may not be his greatest position, and you've got someone in the middle. It's not been great for him. It's not been one of them where, oh my god, that's amazing. It's been one of them. It's just like when you buy something off Amazon, when you buy something compared off to Amazon, where you compare it off to get it off Wish. We ended up getting from Wish instead.
The sites are available.
Other retailers available, yeah.
Yeah, that's like getting a phone off Vodafone and Orange. Two totally different things.
When you buy it off A, you get it off W then, okay? That's okay? Is that better? But now, even if he goes into his favourite position, is this centre attacking mid role. You've got KDH now. You've got Maddison. Oh, congratulations, Maddison. He's got a little kid, hasn't he? Leo.
Baby boy.
Yeah.
KDH. Like I said, it sounds like an attachment on an AK-47. But
do you think? Right, Sean Coulpin asked, do you think he'll be part of the 25 squad? Do you think he'll be in, or he won't go on loan, will he? I wouldn't have thought he'd go on loan again. Do you think?
I don't know if you've seen Brendan's comments about him. He's saying that after his few loans now, he wants to give him a chance. And we said this last season, or just at the end of last season. We asked, well, I think a few people asked us about, KDH, and I think it's his time.
Yeah.
It's his moment. Luke Thomas last season, when he made his debut against Sheffield United the previous season, the previous season, we thought, was he ready? In a few games, he couldn't really prove himself in a few games, but after last season, he's proved himself to be a first-team player, Luke Thomas, and after his assist in the FA Cup final and stuff, that just puts him right up there. You get the same with James Justin. When he first came in, you think, is he ready? Thinking, Ricardo is hard to replace. We can all agree on that one. And look how before he got injured, look how amazing he's done. So I think it's his time. And Maddison now has got to realise, thinking, I've got competition here. If I want to keep my spot properly, when he's fully fit and not messing about with COVID-5, when he actually is full on ready, he's got competition in KDH.
Yeah. Jono, we'll talk about Daka now. What do you think? I mean, he scored a stunning goal. Well, not a stunning goal, sorry. He was very composed. I've nicked that off Tom from the watch-along yesterday. He was very composed when he scored yesterday. You were waiting in the background when they scored, weren't you, Ross?
Yeah, I literally just came in then. We just started having a little bit of a sing-song, me and Tom.
So, Jono, what do you think to Daka then? Do you think, is he going to start regular, or is he going to be an impact sub? Or is he going to start and Vardy's going to be the impact sub? What do you think is going to happen there?
I think he'll be the start and Vardy will be the impact sub, because Daka's the same as Vardy. He pressures defenders. He's always on the ball. No defenders can have. All the defenders have like no chance because as soon as like I remember QPR's defenders had the ball and he's already there. That's how we scored the goal. Because by the way, that old Brighton pass.
Congratulations on his new contract, by the way. Another 3 years out at the club. Fantastic. If
he just showed there why he's
that's
just showed why he's still vital because that pass was world class.
Yeah.
And Daka, like he's automatically thinking, right? It's like you got the ball, then he's like ready to shoot. Like I can't wait to see him in the season. He's going to cause so many issues. You got if Daka comes off, that's great, but then Vardy comes on.
Yeah.
We said this yesterday, me and Thomas in the watch along, about Daka and stuff. It was a great with his left foot as well. That's not his strongest foot. And it was a great finish. We were saying that we've been crying out for another striker to not replace Vardy, but to, for example, like you think, oh my God, he's coming on. This is going to proper change the game. Like if Vardy's starting and that you're thinking we're 1-0 down or it's 1-1, you think Vardy's a little bit tired now. You think, oh my God, Daka's coming on. This is going to be a changer. And other way around, if Daka's on, Vardy comes on, game changer. So I think Daka's going to be more looking for. I'm looking forward to Daka. It's going to be amazing.
I am. Mark, what do you think? Because were you right behind the goal yesterday?
Yeah.
So when you saw the penalty, when you saw him go down for the penalty, did you think that was a Zambian Jamie Vardy type of penalty?
It was exactly the same as what how Vardy would have handled it. He just drew the tap from the keeper, clear as day.
What was the keeper doing out there though? Why was he running out there that far?
I was going to say he didn't need to be because at the end of the day, Daka was going nowhere from where the ball was.
It wasn't a goal-scoring opportunity that far wide, was it? He couldn't score from there. But
mind you, their keeper was taking quite a few pelters from the Leicester fans.
Yeah. Morning, how are you?
All the way through, weren't he? Really, he was getting some stick. So, but like you say, I think he was trying to prove something to the Leicester fans that were giving him stick, and obviously he lost his head a little bit, which was obviously brilliant for us.
Gray, I know you weren't there yesterday. Or you weren't at the game, were you, Gray?
No.
You watched it yesterday, though, didn't you, Pat?
Yes.
Yeah. What do you think to Barnes and Thomas down the left-hand side? Do you think they're too young to be there, or do you think if you're young enough, you're good enough? Sorry, if you're good enough, well, whatever they say, you know what I mean.
Look, if Brendan puts them in the squad, then he obviously thinks that they're good enough. I like the two young kids. It was great to see Harvey Barnes get a decent 45 minutes under his belt. To me, his finishing was a tiny bit off yesterday, but he doesn't look far from the lad that he was before he got injured.
He had a bit of pace and trickery yesterday, didn't he? He had a couple of times where he cut inside and tried to curl it, didn't he? A couple of attempts. Yeah. So he's looking back. No, I wouldn't say looking back to his best. He's on his way back to his best, I would have thought.
But it's his first game back, isn't it?
Yeah. So you've got to get. I mean, I was a bit surprised. I know he only played 45 minutes, like Reedy said earlier. But it's nice to see him back in the fold, isn't it, Gray?
Hell yeah.
Another one. Someone's just asked about Johnny Evans. Reedy, you know anything about Johnny Evans? Oh, Sean Culpin asked him. When will he be back? Has Roger said anything about it? Do you know?
He's back training. Sure. I've read he's back training with the squad.
Training.
Oh, is he back training?
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
I'd kind of guess he might be back for either the Villarreal or obviously the Man City game, the Community Shield. I think that's going to be like one that's going to have to be stuck in.
Oh, Johnny Evans likes picking his game, doesn't he? Because his last game was the FA Cup final, and his first game back's going to be the Community Shield. It's not the Charity Shield anymore, is it? What a way to pick the games.
100%.
Yeah,
it's a bit strange though. 3 days apart though. That's a bit.
It is. It's a bit strange, isn't it?
I think you'll see I think you'll see on the first half of the Villarreal game. You'll see the starting 11 for the Community Shield on Wednesday night, and then they'll be taken off and they'll be rested. But it'll be silly not to give the first lot a run on Wednesday. But,
Neil's just said he's likely to miss the start of the season. There was a report, so that must have been in one of the papers or on social media somewhere. You never know on social media.
If he's on
nowadays,
social media, then it's true. Then
it's got to be true. Reedy, we're having a chat before. Oh, bloody hell! It's just started raining. Sorry.
Family show, Jamie.
On a Sunday, it's just, I didn't need that. I do not need that. As they say, I do not like that at all. Reedy, we're having a chat before about Sumer. What do you think to him, and how do you think he played yesterday?
Honestly, with every single player, obviously, I know it's Sumer as well, but every player in that first team lineup for the first half, I honestly thought that each single player played quite well. It was just worrying him, but didn't score with them players. It's like if you think about Sumer, I think he was good holding the ball and turning like Maddison, like you said, Maddison does sometimes as well. You got Ndidi, he held the ball a lot. You got Fofana, he did brilliant. I think he was probably the man of the match for the first half. We had Barnes, he played well singly, except for maybe Perez. Obviously, I'm not going to talk about that anymore, but except from him, I think most players played quite well in their position.
Sorry, Sean. Yes, it's absolutely belting down now. Sorry.
It's Wednesday. Someone asked when the game is. It's on Wednesday.
Oh, yes. George asked the game. Yeah, it's Wednesday night. And is it 7:45 kickoff? Or
Yeah, 7:45
kickoff.
yeah.
So that's 8:45 here. Oh, yeah, I'll have it on like I've had every game on so far. Sorry, really, carry on.
Like I say, I can't fault most of the players for how they played, but like I say, it's just worrying how our main team really didn't get a goal or even really a chance. And I think Barnes was the only one who did create much for us. And obviously, it's a bit worrying about that as well because I've seen he's only come on for 45 minutes. But yeah, Sumer, I think Sumer played really well.
From what I saw of Sumer, he won the ball like Ndidi. He nicked the ball off people. And then he was able to actually, like Maddison does that half turn and turns the players. But Maddison normally goes down like a bag of spuds. But Sumer managed to keep the ball and carry on. So have we got that player of Ndidi and Maddison together, do you think, Jono?
Potentially. We can't get too colour because it's still pre-season, but I think we're starting to see why he was in the squad that won League One. We're starting to see why Daka was the Austrian Bundesliga. Was it Austrian Bundesliga?
Yes.
Yeah.
Why he was their top scorer. We're starting to see these players actually why we bought them. If it was this stage and we're like, why did we buy them? We'd be like a bit worried, but they're shining through at the moment. I think I can't wait to see the new starting 11 and playing the best game.
1 second. Rob Violent said second half team looked more threatening than the first half team.
Yeah.
There was only one change made there at half time, wasn't there?
Yeah.
All Brighton came on. So does he make? I know he's one of the most underrated players, but does he make that much difference that we need him in the team to change the game?
Yeah.
That pass alone.
Yeah. From Kevin.
Unbelievable.
From Kevin.
He changed the game completely when he came on. Obviously, don't get me wrong, I'm not the biggest fan of him if he starts because I don't think he impacts the game enough. But when he comes on as a sub, he just puts all the effort in he can do. And it's just like the little turns he makes. You think he's going to try and run against someone, but then he just turns inside him and just cuts into him. He somehow gets past people, even though he's not the fastest.
Hold on, Ross. Locks has just said, every pre-season game so far, we've looked better with KDH on the pitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was brilliant. He's been absolutely brilliant.
He has, isn't he, Ross? Do you think he stands a chance of starting at Wembley or starting the first game against Wolves?
I don't see why not. Why not?
Making a good name for himself, isn't it?
That left foot, I think, could be when they say like an underdog.
It's a silky left foot he's got. I think you'll find, Ross.
Yeah, that left foot could be something. I think I could be wrong, whatever, but that left foot could be one. When he has a shot, could have one of the goals of the season. Let's not forget Harvey Barnes' goal against Sheffield United. No one ever thought that would be goal of the season. So no, that left foot will be deadly.
Somebody put a comment, Mark, about Cags looking worrying.
Yeah, I thought that yesterday. He's lost without He's lost without Johnny Evans.
Isn't he just?
He needs somebody to reel him in. He gets a bit carried away when he's on his own. And looking at him yesterday, I think he's lost a lot of bulk as well. He looked quite skinny.
Yes.
He's got a moustache, hasn't he?
He's looking
Yeah,
more like D'Artagnan than anything.
it was good.
He's still a
D'Artagnan than anything.
It was good. It
He's
was
still a good defender, though. Like, I wouldn't say get rid of him. I
No.
think he's still a key player for the team, but I just think he needs a few more seasons with experience of under like Evans or someone else. But look, for Fana, it's brilliant.
Fowler was excellent yesterday.
He was. Just going back to Soyuncu, I know he's my favourite player at the minute. Do you think he's fancying a move somewhere, like back to Germany, where, because I think he enjoyed his football more in Germany than he did here. I know he took his time to get here. Do you think he's actually looking? Do you think he wants to go? Or
No, I don't.
There's been no like inkling, so there's been no speculation. Well, apart from that Real Madrid saga,
it's
that
just
was
a
like
feeling that he's. I don't know. I honestly think he might be looking for a move back to Germany. I really do. I don't know where. I don't know where I've got that from. I've just got that.
If there's any defenders that's going to go, it will be him. I think Fofana's happy to be here. I think everyone wants to be here. It's just, I think out of all three of them, I would let Cags go. I think, but I don't want him to go.
We had this debate, didn't we?
We mentioned Luke Thomas earlier, Gray.
Yeah.
Him and Bertrand. Who do you think is going to start? Is it going to be the experience, or are we going to go for youth?
With just what you were saying there with Cags, I think if anyone watched the Burton game, Bertrand was keeping Cags in check.
Yeah,
he's got the wise heads, and do you know what? I'm hoping that Bertrand will be the greatest free signing since Mark Albrighton, because I do think he's a good player. He's got loads and loads of Premier League experience, and he can help Luke Thomas come along. So I reckon it'll be a Bertrand to start, though.
Do you all agree? Right, very quickly. We'll go through the team. What we think the first team will be against Wolves. Casper's going to be in goal, yes? Do you think, everyone?
Yeah.
Right. Who's going to be at right back? Is it going
Pereira,
to be
Pereira.
Pereira,
Has to
because
be.
there is no other person. But
What about Castagna?
He's not.
He won't be match ready.
I don't think he'll be match ready. I understand where you're coming from, Gray, but I don't think he'll be match ready because of his eye socket. I think he might be fit enough, but not match fit enough to play.
Right.
Right. So we're going to go. Morning, Jack. Where are you this morning? Normally one of your first ones on. Hope you're well, pal.
Hello, Jack.
So left back. So we're going right back. We're going left back. Who? Thomas or Bertrand? Which one then? Who are we going?
I'll go with
We've got
Thomas.
experience or youth?
Thomas.
You know, you can't just, in the day, look where he's been playing. You can't just drop someone just because an experienced player's come in. In the day, Bertrand can give it behind the scenes or in training. It could help. Because Bertrand knows he ain't going to start every game, but he can help Thomas become an even better player.
But the games he is starting in, Bertrand is looking absolutely outstanding.
I would say Bertrand only because of Soyuncu.
Like Jason's just said, Bertrand should start to help steady Cags.
If
exactly what I said. He's nicked my comment.
If Soyuncu didn't need that experience, I'll happily start Thomas. But purely because of Soyuncu and he needs that experience with him, I'll say Bertrand.
Mark, from the game yesterday, do you think Bertrand played a role yesterday?
Yeah, I thought he did. I thought he was he was pushing forward quite a lot again, and you could tell he was keeping everybody in check. You can see his body. You can see his body movements, pointing, talking. I just honestly thought I didn't think he was that confident with it. I don't know. I get what you mean. He did push up a lot, but I just didn't think his confidence was there. I think.
Ian's just asked the question. We've talked about Johnny Evans. What about Papi Mendy? Is he injured? Has he got a knock or something? Because he hasn't been anywhere near or by the side, has it?
He might be going somewhere.
Is he not on international duty somewhere?
No, he's definitely. I've seen him in training. I've seen him in training in that. Right, centre halves. I presume we're only going to go with a flat back four because we haven't got the centre halves to play three at the back, have we? So it's going to be really Cags and Little Wes, isn't it? I would have thought because Benkovic ain't going to play part of a three, is it?
No.
So we're going to. So far we've got Schmeichel in goal, Ricky P, Cags and Little Wes, and are we going Bertrand or are we going Thomas?
Well, I've gone Thomas.
Bertrand.
Bertrand for me.
Yeah.
Ross.
You, are you
We've
good,
lost
Bertrand?
the bet. We've lost already. We've
I think
got
you've
3
lost.
games.
I think you've lost there, pal. So, right, what we're going to play midfield then? Are we going to go 4-3-3 or are we going to go 4-4-2?
4-4-2.
I think
After we
4-4-3.
played like we did yesterday.
How did we actually line up there yesterday? Was it a 4-3? Was it a 4-4-2 yesterday?
I think it was a 4-3-3 to begin with when we played the first half, and then it went to a 4-4-2 in the second half when we put Daka and Kelechi up front.
Right. So, how we're going to play? What we're going to have in midfield then? Are we going to go Barnes and who's on the left with Albrighton, or will we be playing Perez?
I'd play Sumer and Didi and a Cam in this.
What, Tielemans is the cam again, like he did in the FA?
Yeah, I would do that.
Oh, yes.
Them three together, just... I know it wasn't the best in the first half, but they did still play quite well together.
Who did you say, really? Sumer and Didi?
Sumer and Didi and Tielemans or one of the other two.
I'll say
Obviously, we've got a choice to pick now.
CDM's Sumer and Didi and Tielemans Cam.
So even though, because you've got Ndidi as the defensive midfielder and Sumer as the attacking midfielder, and Tielemans, I think that's a good shout for them three to be playing. That's a pretty decent midfielder, isn't it? Midfield base. and then you can change if obviously you want to be more attacking, then you can play Dewsbury Hall instead of Sumer and have one defensive midfielder. Or it all changes obviously. And then you have Tielemans be maybe in the middle as well. We've got a lot of choice in midfield now, which is a good thing.
That's the good thing. That's good. It's competition. They're battling for positions, and it gives. For example, Maddison could be a better player, down the line. If he knows that people are battling for position, you thought, well, I'll tell you what, I'll play a lot better. So, and obviously, your wingers, you've got Kevin on the right, and then you've got Barnes on the left. Surely.
So then we've got the top three. How we're going to play if we're playing a 3-3-2? What we're going to do? 2 behind Vardy and 1 up top, or 2 up top with 1 behind Vardy? How are we going to play that? I'm saying Vardy. I'm just assuming Vardy's going to play.
See, can you imagine Daka and Vardy up top together starting?
I don't think that's a good thing.
The two similar.
Mark.
I honestly think it would be
that cause loads of trouble.
The way
Vardy needs to be a super
sub. The way Vardy plays now, though, he kind of flicks things on for the other striker now. He does more of the dirty work. You see him all the time trying to win the header from the goalkeeper kick and trying to flick it on for someone to run behind. So maybe it might actually work because obviously he is quite a guy who wants to win stuff a lot.
I haven't seen this is Reedy and Mark again. I haven't seen Daka in the flesh play, only on TV. What's his heading ability like, the flick-ons and stuff? Or are they playing that way for him to flick on?
No, he's not getting anything in the air. It's all to his feet.
Is it all to his feet?
He needs it going up. He needs it going to him like he did with his goal. It's a hard thing with Daka because don't get me wrong. I think he's going to be a brilliant player for us in this season. But what we've seen the last 3 games, other than the QPR game, I haven't seen too much that good of him. But obviously, once you see him score a goal, you think, wow, he's got something to him.
Neil's just asked a question. Daka and Vardy still alike. Actually, Nacho is a better foil. We've not even mentioned Nacho. I was absolutely scared to death when he stepped up to take that penalty.
I think the whole of the
I'll give him
fans
so much
were as
confidence.
well.
He needed to score that.
Yeah. Reedy, I keep going back to Reedy and Mark because they were at the game. What was the feeling when he was taking the penalty? Was it oh God, what's he doing?
When we got the penalty, I was like, who is going to take it after the penalties we took at Burton? I was thinking, my God.
Well, first of all, I thought Tielemans, but Tielemans had gone off by that stage, hadn't he?
When Kelechi took the ball to put it on the penalty spot, you could see all the fans' head just go.
Yeah, me and Tom were like, when's it going over?
You could just tell. Don't get me wrong. We normally are quite confident with Kelechi taking it, but obviously after the Burton penalty, you just thought, how has he missed that? At least hit the target, but yeah, it was a good finish, straight through down the middle. There was no stopping it, so yeah, it was good.
Rightio. So we haven't actually decided what's occurring up top yet, have we?
We'll just be on the back.
we still haven't. I just don't know how we played because last year we played 3 at the back, which made us play 2 up top. But I don't think we've got the defenders to play 3 at the back this year at the minute until they're fully fit. So what actually are we going to do? Will we try and force that 2 up top somehow, Jono?
I think I want it to be if a Daka and Iheanacho start and Vardy come on as a sub. That's personally because you can't have Daka with Vardy from too similar. You'd be wasting one of them because
I
it'd
think
be
you can
like
have for the last 10 minutes of a game, yes, but not from the beginning.
no.
But that's the problem with two strikers up front. You can't have the formation we're playing or how it works because it's hard to work out. Well, 4-4-2, yes, but obviously then you need all Brighton and whoever on the other wing. But when you get to Sumer, Ndidi, and Tillemans midfield, you've got to have two wingers, which is a problem because obviously we've got Barnes, but we don't have another winger.
Andy Meadows has just made a good point. We've hardly mentioned Madders apart from the congratulating him on the birth of his baby boy. Is he going to be in the plans? Where would he fit in that team?
You never know.
Would we have to change it for him?
Well, at the minute, we've only got 3 in the midfield, so he can still play in that 10 role if we're going to up top.
I think sometimes Madders plays better when he comes on as a sub.
But he won't want to do that. He'll want to play starting 11.
I get that. Yeah, I get that. But obviously, he needs to understand that, Rogers brought these players in. Sumer, obviously, got KDH bringing up from the youth system. He's got to realise that he's not he won't be number one anymore. He needs to realise that and stuff. And you're going about Vardy and Daka the same. I'll respectfully disagree with that. I'll tell you why. You look at Vardy now. Since obviously his injuries come back, he's only able to score what? He's got 2 goals since he had his injury, didn't he? His hernia. He only scored 2 or 3 goals. The amount of assists that he's been creating for Nacho, obviously he's been playing a pretty different role. He's not been like the guy that he was, and still a massive threat. If he can be like that, and obviously score, so we all want him to score. If he's like that with Daka, I think it could work, and that's why I respectfully disagree about it.
The problem is though with that is if we sub one of those 2 out, Iheanacho would not have the same effect as Daka or Vardy coming on. Nowhere near. I think we need Vardy or Daka to come on as a sub, and the defender goes, "Oh God, we got rid of one of them. We got one sort of exactly the same, but fitter in the last 20 minutes of the game." That's what I think is more threatening.
And Vardy definitely has lost a yard of pace. What we saw of him yesterday, those balls pushed through to him to run onto. A couple of seasons ago, he'd have been on them. And he wasn't even getting near him yesterday.
Would you call that match fitness?
I thought match fitness because when we first saw him against Burton, he was so quick. I think it's match fitness. I think another season of him being quick, but I don't think it's losing pace yet.
But on to Maddison, with him not fitting into the midfield, but Brendan has put him on the wing a lot more. He has tried to fit him in on the wing, and you never know. You could be the next Grealish kind of sort of player where he can stick on the wing and cross a few balls in or come inside and try and. I don't know. I know Mark's not the best happy with that, but
read it. Just do us a favour. Take over 1 second for us, please. Just ask some questions.
Now, Reedy.
Okay.
Now, Reedy.
Now, put the pressure on me.
No pressure.
So, what is our thoughts coming on to the Villarreal game? Because obviously we talk a lot about the QPR game and whatnot. What is our thoughts coming into the Villarreal game at home?
I look forward to it.
We can't do 2 45-minute halves. We have to play a first 11 for at least 60 minutes. We have to, for me.
I'm just worried about injuries as well.
Yeah, because they don't want to be all the players really want to start against Man City and play at Wembley again. So we can't. I mean, obviously yesterday they didn't really change the whole squad until the 60th minute, 63rd minute, something like that. So
they gave everybody an hour pretty much.
That's what I'm on about. Yeah, so they gave everyone an hour for it. So obviously I look forward to this game, but at the same time, you think when challenges go in, everyone's faces are going to be like a bit concerned. Like Daka, me and Thomas yesterday were on when Daka went down a bit injured. We were just like, "Oh God, I hope it's not like anything serious." And thank God it wasn't.
Well, Cags went down, and I thought he was going to be serious injured. But when he got up, all he was worried about was putting his hair back in his ponytail.
Oh, his mustache! Have you seen his grown mustache? Isn't it? It looks like a peace star.
The way the way we've seen the team lineups throughout the pre-season, though, you have it's kind of gone from a half full team with a few youngsters slowly coming through to a full lineup, and then a bit more extra time through it, like 60 minutes. Obviously, it was half and half. Then I think Wickham was a full team, and then obviously a completely new team in the second half, and then obviously now with the last game, he did a full team plus a few extra minutes, and then added a few subs. So I think next game will have to be the full lineup just to get a bit more momentum in there for.
It'd be nice to keep power. It'd be nice. Yeah, I don't know how many fans tickets we've sold. I mean, my plan, I'll find out. Hopefully, the Community Shield tickets go on general sale tomorrow. And if they do,
there's thousands of Community Shield tickets left. I looked on the way home last night. Yeah.
Oh, what a great birthday present!
Isn't the King Power the first game that we've got pretty much full crowd back? And obviously, we had Tottenham at the end of the season. But other than that, I think the last game fully we could get was the Aston Villa game, I think.
Yeah, so I think it will. there you go. Thomas just put it. 10,000 tickets left.
Oh, that's a lot of tickets left, isn't it?
So I'm looking forward to it. Obviously, I turn 28 tomorrow. I feel like I'll get.
The only problem with the tickets now, I think, is it's only the up tier now. Obviously, I know it don't matter because obviously you still can go to the game, but I think the only available slots now, I think, is the upper tier.
I think it's what people's putting off is this test situation, but you can see it coming. But I took one of the day before I went to Leeds, and I was negative within half an hour. So just take it and then go to the game. I look forward to it. That day as well is exactly on the 7th of August, exactly 5 years to the day since we played Manchester United in the Community Shield. So that'll be really strange. So I look forward to it.
Good stuff.
I can't get home. That's my problem.
Oh, well, if you want to
never mind.
We can drop you off in Leicester.
He don't live in Leicester, though. He lives in Norwich, Ross.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Right then, lads. We've got to leave it. I just had to chase the dog around. Hang
on, it's Jamie Junior's show now. You left. You left.
I left. He was chasing the plastic bag around and eating the plastic bag. I had to get that off him, which is
kick Jamie out, Reedy.
It's Jamie Junior's show now.
We can both do that game. Right, we're going to love you and leave you. It's been great seeing you all again. Jono, thanks for joining, pal. We'll see you again next week.
Yes. See you on Wednesday.
Actually, you're doing the watch along on Wednesday.
I'm doing the watch along on Wednesday. Yeah.
With doing it with Tom? I think. Yeah, you do it with Tom, aren't you? Yeah. All right, then, Jono, we shall see you on Wednesday night. Enjoy your
see you Wednesday night.
See you later, matey. Thanks for joining.
Cheers, Jono.
See you later, Jono.
Gray, we'll do it next week, Gray. I know we'll do it definitely next week. It's just got a bit busy today. Not a problem.
Next week, I'm driving down to Plymouth.
All right, we'll do it the week after then.
Yeah, all right, mate, no worries.
We'll do it the day after the Wolves game. We'll do it the day after the Wolves game. That'd be more exciting then, wouldn't it?
Yeah, all right, pal.
All right, then, matey.
All right, mate.
See you
later,
everyone. Thanks for joining.
See you, mate.
Ross?
Yeah, my last day of 27 today, so I'm just
last day of 27?
Yeah, I turned 28 tomorrow, so hopefully in the morning I'll get a Wembley ticket. I should be able to. I've not been to a game since, ironically, near Mark's turf, Norwich away back in 2020. So I'll look forward to it, and I'm going to get that mint kit. So
I think I am. I think I'm definitely going to get it. I love that kit. I think it's great.
I look forward to it. And
I just ain't paying £25 DHL delivery charge.
Oh, yeah, because you're a Spain, aren't you?
Because now it's Brexit. They've knackered everything up in the nicest way.
Oh, dear.
I don't think I've worn another top since yesterday. I've worn this every single time I bought it.
I could smell it, to be honest.
Oh.
Ross, we shall see you next week, pal.
See you later.
We'll see you through the week, matey. Mark, enjoy yourself.
Will do, mate.
What you got planned for today? Anything or nothing?
No, weather's terrible, so I'm going to watch the Grand Prix, I think.
I know that bloody feeling. It's still raining here, and I've got to go work in 45 minutes. Right, we'll see you later, Mark. Be good.
All right, take care, boys.
See you later. Reader,
Yeah,
cheers for joining, pal. Much appreciated. I know it's early doors for you, being a youngster.
It's fine. I'm ready for it.
Normally, you're still in bed, ain't you?
Yeah, you're right, yeah.
All right, then, matey. We shall speak to you later. Have fun, be good, and see you through the week. Right, then, everyone. Much appreciated. Thanks for joining. I've been absolutely loved every moment of it. I'd just like to say, ciao, ciao, adios, goodbye. Top of the morning to you. Come on, Leicester.
Welcome to Leicester Fan TV. With special thanks to our pals at ADT Taxis, Feed Me, Piglet's Pantry, Tiger, Leicester Garage Conversions, Pink Vehicle Leasing, Hologram, The Fox's Arms, Moyer Wade Interiors, and our chosen charity, Mentis UK. We bring you the fans' views on the match each week, and your views matter to us. Join the fans' debate each match with us. Follow us at Leicester Fan TV.